Good morning. And by the way, welcome, Almley Marie. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is going to be pretty quick because I have to go get emissions on my new car, and I got shit to do. It's pretty cut and dry though, so if you could just gather around real quick, I'll try to be as clear as possible. Okay, for people who don't pay attention. So gather around. No chance. No dance. No chance. No dance. No chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! I won! Yay! Ow! Ow! My. Good morning, Hendo. Morning, Siren. Morning, Angie, baby love, Tia. I appreciate that. Only. Hey, Mel. Good morning, Lilith. So, listen. Normally, if you have an issue, like Siren, I'm going to use you for an example. When you have an issue with somebody that you care about or that you're friends with, or even if you're not friends with them, you usually address them, right? Well, on here, it's usually you spark up a live stream or you do a community post and you just talk about them if you don't really know them. Sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth. But if you know them, it's very strange, and I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this. But like I said, I'm going to use Siren for an example. He hasn't agreed with a lot of things lately, that choices I've made, but he's reached out to me privately. So I'm sure you guys have experienced, people automatically think there's a divide because two people or a group of people stop talking. And I'm speaking about Lycan, Amy, Amber. And it's very interesting that people just spark up their opinions and stuff, and then they just start talking shit about you, but they don't even message you first. So I'm witnessing morning, Lauren. Thank you for last night. Love you, Rosalang. So Crafton and Kim, I think I specifically even said yesterday on Natasha's panel, just so we're clear, I'm not here to talk about Crafton and Kim or Dorothy because I love both of them. They don't even get along with each other. Dorothy and Crafton and Kim. I mean, everybody's having their own fucking problems, right? So I made that very clear. I don't know if I could have been more clear. And for the record, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered if I would have asked Natasha to come on her panel, but she texted me and asked me to go up there and told me a topic about peace that she was having. And I said, yeah, I'll come up. So when you have people not practicing communication skills, and Kim's not being mean, and neither is Country Joe, but they're it's almost like they're siding when there shouldn't be. It's just people having a falling out, and they're like, oh yeah, that's selfish, and you don't do this to a friend, and you don't listen, bitches. Listen, I'm a busy person. I also have a lot of friends, but I also have a fucking new marriage and a life. I do not have time to put up with your bullshit. That's your responsibility to fix your own problems. And if I take the time out of my life to try to help you, which I did, and you guys confuse that with, whatever, and then you instigate, and I don't even care, because you're impossible to make peace with, clearly. I mean, that's clear, because people have tried. You just want to argue all the time. And I'm saying in general, the people I tried to help. So these people, they don't see my intentions. I love you, my husband. You guys say a prayer for him. Michael thinks he might have strep. So I was asking if you were getting off soon, Michael. I'm gonna go get my emissions though after this. So if you're doing that, And then you're like, oh, he's, that's terrible. He did that. I don't give a fuck if you think it or not. I know where my heart is. So I'm hearing many different opinions from people that have not. I'm not seeing any messages in my phone from these people, but they sure got a big fucking mouth online. So if you care about somebody, you go directly to them, right? Hey, Gold Star. Hey, Jan. Hey, Valera, love you. Kiki. So regardless of what you say, and then I'm seeing people in there saying, so much for his peace, right? Not being very peaceful because I cussed Michelle K out last night. Are you fucking kidding me? That woman's an instigator, and there's some serious shit coming out on her, Michelle K. So you better be prepared for that. Not saying too much, but it has to do with Lycan's channel. I think you know what the fuck I'm talking about, Michelle K. So don't sit there and pretend like you're defending him when you're one of the main people that took him down. That's all I'm going to say. All these people that are like, and that's why it's so funny when you see people turn and all of a sudden they have a big mouth, like Lycan all of a sudden has a big mouth about me. Of course he was kissing my ass. You just proved that you're just an ass kisser, and I don't care. I don't give a shit. You're about this big of a man compared to me, Lycan, and I'm a fucking homo. That fucking screams a lot. So you're big and cocky online, but bitch, if you saw anybody in person, that's why you don't. Unless you're in the fucking dark on top of a woman, you are nobody. You got a big fucking mouth on here though. So I don't give a shit what you say, but I do care about people, and I will fucking, if I see you, okay, this person's talking shit. They didn't send me a message. Oh, this person's talking shit. They didn't send me a message. I don't have time for you. So with that being said, Kim, you're not being terrible, but you're talking shit about me on your stream. Why do I not have a message from you in my inbox? I don't care that you, and I noticed you took my wrench or whatever too. I don't care about that, but you didn't communicate with me. Hey, replay. Don't come in here under troll accounts of Tiffany. Clearly, my supposed friends can't respect that I've made peace, and then they instigate, okay? And then say, so much for that peace. Oh, I still have my peace. So to the people saying, how's that peace going for you? It's going great. Me and Tiffany, we're not fighting. So it's going great. And I don't regret it. And I don't give a shit if people turn away or have a problem with it. That's your problem. My burden's lifted. And if you want to cause problems and attack me and say, oh, he's doing something wrong or he's, disrespecting other people's feelings, I could say the fucking same about you. You're not caring about my peace of mind. I don't give a shit. If you don't want peace for yourself to move on, that's your problem. You're the one that's going to suffer for it, not me. But I would appreciate, and of course there's going to be people, in Kim's stream and stuff like that. But Brutally Honest didn't fucking text me before he went live and started talking shit either. And it may not be vulgar dragging me, but you're not communicating. And that goes for you too, Michelle K. Did you communicate with Lycan before you fucking were one of the main people that took his channel down? Just found that out yesterday, by the way. And yeah, the receipts are coming out on that. It's not from me. So you're a fucking hypocrite, Michelle K. And you've always been actually pretty two-faced. I've actually blocked you a number of times on my channel, but this is the last straw. So yesterday when I was on Brutally Honest panel, and I said, are you aware? And by the way, Kim, I heard you say, that's a weird question. No, it's not, Kim. I asked Michelle K, oh, are you aware what Amy did this morning? Because clearly she was up there with a big mouth and a big opinion saying, you don't care about your friends, you shut them out and blah, 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 insinuating that I'm the one who stirred this trouble up. No, I simply had a different opinion. And then you have Country Joe over there saying, we're all allowed to go where we want to go. Everybody should be able to go where they want to go. That's the whole fucking point. Hold on real fast. That's the whole point. So why are you getting pissed when I'm having some sort of peace? Hey, Juror. Hang on one sec. Let me check on Brookie. Brooklyn? Come on. You okay? You okay, little baby? We love you. Sorry, she's sitting in the sun. It was too hot for her out there. She loves sitting in the sun. Where was I? I'm sorry. My animals are a priority over you bitches. I'm talking about the bitches I'm talking about. One time, hold on. Money makes it. One time Amber thought Brutally Honest got the boot and she said she didn't like him. Well, Amy fucking can't stand him. What was she doing up on his panel? Amy actually didn't want me going into Brutally Honest chats. That's one of the only people I was like, okay, because it pissed her off. Now all of a sudden, see, this is why, folks, do not choose or block people out to please somebody else, because they flip like this. Make your own decisions, stand up for what you believe in, and it doesn't fucking matter. If somebody has a problem with it, then they don't care and they don't support you. And don't give me the sob story of, well, they did this to me, they did this to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You're not doing anything to fix it. Oh, well, they threatened me with this, or they did this, or they said this, or they're going to do this. Well, probably because you keep being a conniving fucking cunt. How about you make some sort of progress and communicate, not only with your friends, how about you communicate with the people so maybe you stop instigating them? Because you can't even control yourself from instigating your friends who have opposing opinions. And I stand by it. And seeing people, well, I mean, who was on the panel on Kim's? Lycan, I think he speaks for himself, his actions. For me, I'm speaking personally. Voices, who is a fuckhead. Hold on. They were like, oh my God. Lycan was like, did you hear the way he cussed Michelle K out? And he's, listen, don't pull the gender card, okay? Voices has one of the most vulgar fucking voices we've heard, okay? It should be voice from the gutter, not voice for the voiceless, because she is pure trash. She flips on people. She's flipped on Lycan how many times? She's unstable. She's a fucking mess, and she's got a foul fucking mouth. I don't care what is between your legs. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your role in life is. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. And if you get cussed out for being an asshole, you do not get to use whatever card. Yeah, well, no, Amber probably said she didn't like Brutally Honest just to put... Amber is a people pleaser, okay? And I've noticed that. She's not a terrible person, but clearly she's terrified of Lycan. She's just... Amber is a pushover, okay? And she just wants to build her channel back up. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Thank you, Vicky. I will. So I'm not... If you friend me or send me donations or fucking kiss my ass or whatever your motive is with me, don't fucking expect me to believe everything you believe and support everything you support and fight with people that you do, because I have my own brain in my head and I don't need yours. And I make my own decisions. So if you have a problem with that and you can't fix your own issues, that's on you. That's not my problem. And it's funny because Kim, I mean, you were playing me up on Bill's panel, but you kept pausing and you guys spoke over it. I was asking, what are you guys doing? Hey, Natasha. Love you, Lauren. What are you guys doing talking about it? Do you know anything you're talking about? That's a fair question, because they had a very strong opinion on, now we're not dragging you, Robbie, but shame, shame, shame on you. Bitch, you don't even know the story, so how do you know what to shame and who to shame? And who the fuck are you to shame me? Are you kidding me? Michelle K doesn't even fucking have her own channel or make her own experiences. She comes on here because she's bored with her life and she watches everybody else and gossips. I don't do that. I don't come on here and be like, ooh, who can I watch and talk about? Ooh, that's none of my business, but I'm going to just have a big fucking opinion. And if you do that commentary, good for you. But I have a fucking life. And I'm only going to talk about things that I have a direct experience with. I'm not that bored. You guys are. And I'm not that bored. And I'm actually busy enough. Okay, Amy. He should have sparked up a live right away and corrected it. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I corrected my my remembrance of what I thought happened, of liking what I thought he uploaded the porno of Tiffany. And I was wrong. I corrected it. I have a fucking life. I'm not going to, oh, I'm not doing anything. Amy, you know what I do outside of fucking YouTube. So I'm not just going to drop my responsibilities and be like, I have to go live and correct something. No, you know that I corrected it with Tiffany. And if you don't fucking like it, I don't care. You can't even correct your own issues with her. Because every time I say, oh, have you reached out to him? Amy, every time you've talked shit about Lycan, reach out to him. Have you talked to him? Amy has said she fucking hates Lycan. Okay. And yeah, I'm being a fucking petty bitch because you guys want to sit there and be like, oh, he's terrible. You guys don't even fucking like each other. Lycan, you think Amy's fucking annoying and spreads conspiracies and just pulls shit out of her ass all the time. Amber, you don't know what the fuck to do because you're terrified of where to fucking land. Like a little lost fucking bird, what nest you're going to crawl into so that you could be accepted somewhere and have your channel back. Well, grow a fucking personality and fucking be a kind person and don't be two-faced and fuck off. That's what I have to say to you. Hey, Brittany, just wanted to tell you I commend you for standing up for what you believe in no matter what. The message you've been spreading the last few days is amazing that we should forgive. Thank you, Brittany. And the problem is, and these are my friends, okay, that are causing more controversy for me doing what I feel is right. And then turning around and being like, look, he's not being very peaceful. You're not allowing me to. And that's why you're bye-bye. Bye, bitch. And then they're like, you lost a good friend. Oh, no, the fuck I didn't. I know who the fuck I am. And I'm a stubborn, hard-headed asshole. And I fucking love myself. So I don't even have to tell you it's your loss. You already fucking know that. That's why you're a victim. You're a victim of a peace tragedy, right? Exactly, Natasha. Lycan, don't ever call me Robbie's new friend. Take a seat. Yeah, I knew Lauren longer than a lot of the people here that I know. Okay. So if you have a problem, Kim, all you had to do was text me. Going live and like I was going to comment in your chat. I saw my wrench was gone. I was like, oh, that's not a good sign. You know, which who cares about that? But that's usually a sign of like, uh-oh, you did something wrong. And then I go to chat and I'm seeing basically, and to anybody that wants to not communicate with me, and whether you're a viewer and don't have a channel or whatever, if you want to talk shit, just fucking go. Save yourself the trouble. But it was very disappointing to see people have a very strong opinion without communicating first. That's disappointing. I respect your opinions of me, actually, Kim, like what I was listening to in Country Joe. I respect your opinions. They weren't mean, you know, but you were talking shit about me in a more polite way and being like almost choosing sides, but you never fricking contacted me first. We sure do, Cosmic. We do. You're one of the only people in RDA that I actually have pretty much always liked. Your friend should not give you an ultimatum. And to be fair, when Lycan got on panel, he was being intimidating, not trying to make peace, and went to his channel saying, how dare Tiffany be on your panel? Yeah, Lycan is just, I mean, it's very clear. You know, you could just witness he has issues. I think self-confidence issues for sure. That's why he drinks when he streams. But, you know, Granny already outed him on that. So with that being said, like if you have an issue, that's all you got to do. That's why I always put my email too, even if it's somebody that doesn't like me and isn't my friend. If you have an issue, you just reach out. Here's my problem. But I shouldn't have to tell people that are supposedly my friends that's something that friends do. So I don't understand that. I mean, it's no loss to me because I'm, like I said, I could fucking the world could end and all of humanity could like be wiped away and I'd be the only one left and I would entertain myself my entire fucking rest of my life. I'd miss the people that I love and of course my husband. But I'm a badass motherfucker. So you can suck it. Yeah, don't. That's being blocked. Isn't it funny that all the people that these friends of mine hated, all the troll accounts of them are coming in now? That's, well, that speaks for itself. Thank you, Ariana. Money Mike was a mod for Lycan, or in Lycan and Sarah's, and one time when they were fighting, I went in Sarah's chat and Lycan punished me for a week. He does that all the time, and you know what's funny is I remember Tinksy, who's in the chat, her and I were bickering in his chat. Actually, I was going more hard at her, and Lycan saw it and immediately was like, hello, this is my chat. If anybody in here has a problem with each other, take it somewhere else. Well, the same fucking applies to you, pussy boy. You got a problem with Tiffany, fucking take that on yourself. Stop uploading her porn and pictures of her and let it go. Maybe get a gym membership, fucking get your shit together and meet somebody in person that you're not going to have to troll on the internet when you break up. But I don't know. You seem like the type of person that would fucking stalk them in real life. So maybe it's good you keep it at a distance. Thank you for saying that, Lauren. Saying Robbie has never changed over the years and he can be a bitch, but his heart has always stayed the same. Yeah, and I don't care how close you get to me. When I make the decision to do something that I feel is right, then that's what I'm going to do. And if you're not going to be, you don't have to be supportive of it or any of that. And I don't care. You're not the fucking boss of me. And I didn't even have to say that. I sound like a 5-year-old saying that. And Amy, I heard you on Brutally Honest panel, who everyone should not go over there because you hate him. But you're using his platform to whine and bitch about me because you don't have mine to do it anymore to bitch about people. And you're sitting there just saying ridiculous stuff, saying, Robbie should have immediately gone live and said this, 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 and this. Well, guess what, bitch? That's why you're not my fucking friend anymore, because I don't go by a script. I'm not your puppet. I'm not your mouthpiece. I paid for this for him. I helped pay for his lawyer. Yeah, and thank you for that. But when you get mad at me, who the hell does that? Like Indian givers or, you know, people or that don't even ask for it back, but people that just say, you know, it's really a shame that this happened because I did. It's like you're keeping score the whole time. I did this for him. I did this. I paid for this. Good. Cool. Thanks. That doesn't mean you're not being a fucking bitch right now, because you are being a fucking bitch right now. So you want to go through gifts and all that shit? Good for you. I'm glad you're keeping tallies on shit like that. Just like Lycan, all of a sudden he has tons of shit to say about me. Oh, so that's probably what you thought the whole time. Well, fuck you too. I'm still better than you, Lycan. I'm still better looking than you, obviously. Have a better fucking personality. And I'm not a fucking creep like you. So I'm winning, I guess, right? And if you want to sit there and be like, oh, I'm going to drag him up, good for fucking you, bitch. I could get a forklift and drag your ass too. And don't think I fucking won't. Hey, Backroad Freedom. And this is all for entertainment purposes only. So don't be a dick, communicate, and that's it. We won't have a problem. Remember, folks, this all started over me saying, hi, back to Tiffany. That's it. And oh my God, while Robbie took a break, he was reaching out to people. And Country Joe, listen, you and I have been peaceful, and you didn't message me either, and you had a lot to say about me. Okay, so I'm going to respond to you on here and that's why I'm responding to Kim on here. You couldn't message me yourself. And hold on, before I respond to Country Joe, even Glenn last night, I have respect because he messaged me a fucked up message like, fuck you, block me, and he blocked me. Thank you for doing that. That's communicating. And then thank you to Trisha for saying, hey, just so you know, I don't have the same opinion and we're good. Thank you. Communication. But as far as Country Joe, she was like, I find it funny that the same time Lycan and Amber's channel goes down, Robbie reaches out to Amber and Lycan, you know, or to Tiffany and Granny and stuff and tries to make peace. And your fucking point, Country Joe? And I did that during my week off, because when you take a week, if you guys actually leave YouTube for a while, and I doubt you fucking do, but if you did, you start to self-reflect and you start to think, okay, what am I wasting my time on? I tell Michael all the time, I want to get back in my gym routine, and I'm going to. I fucking am going to. And I waste my time. So when you sit back and you take a break, it's not just to not watch YouTube anymore. It's to actually reflect and be like, okay, what can I do better? And I don't give a fuck how cheesy it sounds. And if you want to tease me, I want to fucking have peace with people. If you don't like that, fuck off. So I emailed a bunch of people and was like, hey, I don't want to, and especially with Tiffany, after I saw the porn thing and stuff, I said, I am not going to be participating in any of the shit dragging you. I'm not going to do it. That's part of the message I sent her. It is ugly. And you know what? Lycan seems to be jealous often. And it was Amy that was telling me that she thinks he's jealous of me. Isn't that funny? So far up his ass. Amy, you got a lot to say about Lycan behind his back. So do you, Amber. I don't think you're comfortable enough to tell me, because you know I'll blurt it out once you fuck me over. But Amy's been telling me what you say about Lycan too. So you should probably get away from him if you're scared of him like that. That's what I would recommend. Yeah, bitch, I'm a Gemini. You can call me Gretchen Wieners all you fucking want to, but you want to sit there and talk shit like I'm a terrible fucking person? I can fucking say what you guys think about each other, because you don't even fucking like each other. Matter of fact, Amy says she hates Lycan. And no, I'm not going to share private messages, but that's what the fuck you said. You do hate him. You hate Brutally Honest, but there you are. So that shows your character. Morning, Tiffany. I would like to. Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second, Mel. Hold on. I'm going to go here in about 15 minutes or so, but somebody had something to say. Hang on. Aw. Aw. Somebody else just texted me that I haven't spoke to in a while. This is very nice. Look, I didn't like Lycan in the beginning. I gave him a chance, but I mean, basically anytime he messaged me privately, because we did have our group chat, was, hey, can you share this? Hey, can you share this? And then especially when his channel went down, can you share this? And finally I was like, no, sorry, I'm not going to do that anymore. People are reporting. And if Lycan really cared about you guys who have channels, he would stop asking you to do that. Exactly, Michael. And you know what? Michael's been, I feel bad for Michael, and I'm sorry, because Michael just wants to love and cuddle and stuff. And look, I've dealt with a lot of shit from like my family and my parents and stuff, and it gets emotional and stuff. And I don't want Michael to see that kind of stuff. And then you have this kind of shit, and it's a waste of time. And Michael just wants to enjoy life, and I want to enjoy it with him. Hang on. Hang on, Mel. 1 sec. Is that you?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. So what's going on?
Hello. So on Kim's panel, there was a comment made about basically our friendship, saying that you essentially have switched groups, and some of these people or a person is part of your wedding party, which I'm assuming that it's me because of everything else that was said about, the women in your panel and, making, Lycan made derogatory comments about us, the women in your panel. But so what I want to ask you a question first.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have I came to you with anything that has to do with YouTube gossip, talking about another person? How many conversations have we had since we've known each other?
Well, it's all been like positive stuff and how you doing and catching up. And I think a couple of times we've spoke about what has bothered us, but it's never been trashing or anything like that. You've never come to me and said, hey, you know,
Right.
but you know, we've
Our
been
conversations have
friends.
nothing to do. Our conversations have nothing to do with talking badly about people. It's about positivity. It's about uplifting each other, checking on each other. That's basically been it. We don't reach out to each other for gossip ever.
Right.
So for her to make that implication that because you have swapped groups, as she put it, and that is what is in some way making an effect on you is incorrect. And she also said that these people like me, are being targeted by Tiffany. I've never had a conversation with Tiffany, ever. We've never communicated, even in email.
Right.
So, just stick to the facts and don't make assumptions, or don't make assumptions of what Robbie's life is outside of YouTube, because he has a lot of friends that he's interacting with in a very good, positive way.
Yeah.
People outside of YouTube, people that concentrate on their life, have other things to do with their time. And it's not 24/7 YouTube garbage. So that it maybe other people spend their time doing that are here on YouTube, but I don't. And when Robbie and I speak, we don't.
No, and that's why it can be tiring, because even the people that we talk to, I mean, look at Vegas and stuff. That was exhausting. And it was all positivity that was exhausting us. So when there's extra stuff on top of already being, you know, busy with life and friends and stuff, like, that's why I'm like, dude, just fix your problem yourself. It's not that I don't care, but I trust me, if I become your friend, that means that I think you're a pretty logical person. So I believe in you to work your own problems out.
Right.
So, but no, you're right. And
Well, I also feel that I know where this stems from, because Michelle was the subject at that time. And maybe, now I'm going to make an assumption, because Michelle has said many things to many people, and there's something that she particularly told me. Maybe she thinks that I've passed that information on to you. Which, have I ever had a conversation with you about Michelle?
No, I didn't.
Thank
To
you.
be honest, I don't really see Michelle anywhere but like really heavy drama areas, which I don't see you in very often. But I didn't even know you guys knew each other, to be honest. I don't really pay attention to her unless she's saying
We really don't. We actually really don't. And you're absolutely right. Her and I don't really know each other. But in the short time that we've spoken, she has said things all on her own because she decided to. And I asked her questions about what she told me. I didn't even engage with her on what she told me. I asked her questions about it because I was really perplexed as to why she was telling me, out of all people, what she said to me. Because maybe that's what she engages in. So she right away engaged with me in what she's comfortable with. And that's fine. But I keep tons of things to myself, because I'm not here to cause trouble between people. And Lycan got upset at me because of my modding yesterday. He's gotten mad at me previously because of my modding. He told me that it wasn't because of that. He told me that it was because I was in their chat, and therefore people were taking out information from the chat and they thought that it might be me. But then it turns out that I was never in that chat, because he sent me a request and I never accepted that request. So that little fallacy fell apart. And yesterday he got upset because I took off 2 of his comments. And right away he came to me letting me know that he was going to, like, take me out of his group. And I told him, and I was a smartass to him, and I said, oh, wow, you're going to take away something that I never even go, and engage in? Okay. And then he told me, well, then you don't need your wrench. I guess he doesn't realize that since he came back, I have never gone back to his group, and he never gave me a wrench. So there was nothing he could take from me. But this is them projecting who they are onto other people.
Well, yeah, and it's like it's a
my
control.
engagement with you has never been that way. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it never has, not at all. And I mean, I don't understand why people just, because I understand how it can hurt, but the things he was saying, Lycan can come in chats and like say really vulgar stuff. And what I've noticed with him, and if he ever did that to me, I would have been like, excuse me, motherfucker. But you know, I lurk and listen sometimes throughout the day, and Lycan has snapped at people like on panels, interrupted and be like, shut up, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, dude, if anybody spoke to me like that anywhere, no. And he's consistently telling close people like, shut up, or this is my panel and blah. So you want to talk about you know, loyalty and stuff and morals and respect. You don't even respect your friends if you have any, Lycan.
Well,
So
and the whole deal of you saying the word bitch to Michelle and the numerous amount of times that I can't even begin to count that Lycan has said the word bitch to a ton of different women. The way that he has communicated with women behind the scenes when he gets upset because of their modding, and not only myself, but other people that are here that he targets and sends messages to that are rude, that are intimidating, and that's not right to do. Just because he didn't like a comment that they took out because he's not behaving in a chat and people have to mod.
right.
And that's not
like
fair.
I said, you know, because Tinksy remembers very clearly when her and I were fighting in his chat, he shut that down real quick. This is my chat. Take it somewhere else. This isn't your channel and blah, blah, blah. And so, but have you seen how many times he comes in and starts stuff with people? And he even does that in my mod chat, which he's booted out of now. But he just does stuff like that all the time. And it's very instigating. And then he'll talk in like a very calm, like smart voice. But dude, you're not like this laid back fucking big man that people, I'm not afraid of you. Like you act like you're this big man and oh yeah, you always talk about me because I like to play dumb and have fun and whatever. But fucking dude, you are nothing. And just the shit that you said in the last not even 24 hours so quickly about me, that's eye-opening. And it should be to many people. Sorry, you were going to say something.
Oh, I forgot at this point.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm my short-term memory is super bad.
At least I didn't say shut up.
This is shut up, bitch. So one thing that was misinterpreted and wasn't represented correctly on Kim's panel is that they were saying what you said to Michelle, and they only played the part where it started between you and her, the back and forth, where she was saying tons of things before that, and they didn't play that part, leaving the impression that you came in, started asking her questions that she knew nothing about. You were asking her questions about what she was speaking of before that part. And they left that completely out to leave everybody under the impression that basically you came in, started asking her questions, and she was like, oh my God, being attacked. And all she did was sit on a panel and you came in and attacked her. That wasn't what happened.
No, and I mean, basically I saw two people that both have my contact information privately speaking about me and saying, now, Robbie, we're not doing this to drag you, but shame, shame, shame. What? Hold on a minute. Okay, that's great that you have an opinion, but my private DMs are empty with you guys. So if I want to come up and say, why are you doing this panel? And what do you know about the situation? And she stutters, oh, what do you know about what happened with Amy today? That's what you're talking about, right? You know so much about it. What do you know about it? Oh, well, I don't. Well, then shut up and come back to me when you're educated. And yeah, I'm going to be annoyed and offended because number one, you know how to contact me and you're supposed to be a friend or whatever you want to call it on here. Number two, you don't know what you're talking about, but you have a very strong opinion and are choosing sides like people need to choose sides. So that's what I have a problem with. So if I call you a bitch, that's why I think you're being a bitch. And that's pretty fair. So if people disagree with that, I really don't care. I mean, you try clicking on someone's stream like this morning. Oh, Kim's live. I'm going to go. Oh, she's talking shit about me in not a terrible way, but it's shocking. It's weird. Hey, Nitra.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Robbie. Thank you for letting me up. And
thank you for coming
up.
And
we will talk soon.
I love you too. And somebody was asking who you were. Mel Hawks has been around for quite a while, and she was in Vegas for the wedding, and she's a beautiful, wonderful friend of mine and many people here. So,
Oh, thank you.
okay, well, I love you.
Day.
Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
No, Chatterbox, they weren't. And you know what? I've gone through life making friends, losing people. And I've always said it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my grandma. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the Pope. I don't believe in, like, I'm a common courtesy person. I'll slam on my brakes for animals. I'll hold the door open for people, no matter what gender you are. Just, be polite, say, excuse me, thank you. I'm a fucking genuine person. And I don't believe when people say, oh, respect your elders or do this just by default. If somebody has a label on them that you have to respect them. No, that's not how I operate. I treat people the way I want to be treated, and that's with respect and kindness. And if they don't do that to me in return, I try not to show them the same mean behavior, but oftentimes I do, and I'm better at it. And that's something I'm working on. I love you too, bitch talks. Yeah, the kitty is adorable. So I'm not trying to, listen, it's ridiculous that I make peace with somebody that I was not getting along with. And all of a sudden there's people that I thought were very close to me that started a fight with me over it and didn't let me have that peace. Well, I'm going to continue to have that peace. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You can go be bitter and talk shit about each other behind each other's back, and it'll be a burden lifted. And it is. And I am going to start going to the gym again. And I am going to start doing stuff good and spending more time with my husband and enjoying my awesome life. So there's that. Hey, German lady, love you. So do you guys have any questions before I go? Because I think I'm being pretty fair. I am annoyed. Again, Kim, I'm not mad at you. Or Country Joe. And of course, Lycan, he was wanting that. Oh, Robbie's going to drag you for that. Lycan, you would love that. No, I'm just saying, you guys have my contact information. If you have an issue, it would be nice if you could address me first instead of going live and me finding out. It's just, I guess that's just the way YouTube operates. But I mean, if I had a problem with you, Kim, or anything, I would talk to you about it. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was just reading Money Mike's comment.
When Lycan goes to the gym,
we're just having fun. Us people who go way back in Lycan. I'm sorry. No. So we covered a lot last night, but what I don't understand is yesterday morning you went live to clear things up because you had made a mistake, or you had misspoken or said something accidentally. I mean, you weren't lying. You weren't lying. You just
I just remembered it incorrectly.
Yeah. So, and you were doing that because to soften everything over so everybody had a better understanding of what was going on. How did that turn into what it is now and everybody turning on you?
I think it's more that Amy is just mad that I'm speaking to somebody she's back and forth with. That's probably the problem, because I was listening to her on Brutally Honest, and something she said, I was like, okay, you're completely making yourself look like a fool, because Amy said, Robbie allowed me and Amber to be dragged all day and accused for like 48 hours of dropping or uploading Tiffany's porn. Hold on a minute. If I remembered and said it was Lycan, then people would say Lycan did that. I never said. The whole point of when I said that, I was defending Amy and Amber, saying it absolutely was not. It absolutely was not them. So how is it my fault that you're getting dragged for 48 hours, first of all, when I didn't even say it was you? I actually defended you. Second of all, I don't have time to just drop what I'm doing and come on and correct a problem. But I did, however, immediately, as soon as Amy sent me the correct way it happened, I sent that over to Tiffany immediately, privately. That's that.
And where were they getting dragged at? Because I specifically remember you started when Tiffany was up on your panel. You not defensive, but you were like reiterating, Amy and Amber didn't have anything to do with it or whatever. And I specifically remember Tiffany saying, I know they didn't do it. I'm not saying that they did it. Mm-hmm. So I know that they weren't being dragged by Tiffany on your panel. So where was it? Did she just change her mind? And
I don't know.
Right. Tiffany's even asking, well, where did all this dragging go on? I specifically remember Tiffany saying that.
Well, I mean, and that goes back to like each person communicating with each other. They're acting like I was doing this and I was not. And look, I find it really interesting, okay, that immediately, and by the way, it was Amber that dropped the link in there and shared it. So, I mean, if people are making assumptions, then they're making assumptions. But I find it funny. Amber uploaded or dropped the link like pretty much right when that video was uploaded. She got that pretty quick, didn't she? That's all I'm saying.
So, and you might be the only one here besides maybe a couple other people know that I was friends with Amber as well, way before Lycan ever came into this picture. But why would she go into a chat if she knew what the link was? Because didn't she drop the link and say like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Like she was shocked by it.
Yeah. No.
Was it something like that?
Yeah, she was shocked by it.
Right. So what possessed her? Pure intentions, mind you, to drop that link into a chat with a group of people in it. I mean, myself, if I had if it was a porn of somebody I didn't even like or a revenge porn or whatever, I wouldn't be dropping it anywhere,
I immediately sent it to Dorothy because I knew she was talking to Tiffany. So that's where.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? I mean, if you need to talk to somebody privately about it, I guess I understand, but I don't. It's in poor taste. It's in bad taste, bad judgment. I'm just curious, like, what would possess her to do that? Unless somebody asked her to do it,
Right. And I don't remember the timing exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's around the time that I took a break. Just because some of the things that I was witnessing, it just felt gross. And that's why I needed to refresh. And I'm probably going to need to do it again because like I enjoy my life. And it's really ridiculous that you have to argue with your friends over why you want to have a peaceful experience with somebody else. That speaks a lot that they don't want that. So I'm not going to sit there and argue back and forth with them. No. If you want to say I'm a terrible person, who gives a shit? But I'm confident in who I am. I don't have to be on here for 5 hours in the morning and then 5 more hours in the evening defending myself. And you did this. No, I can say it within an hour or so and tell you to fuck off and come back in the next couple of days.
Yeah. This is just it's really nasty. And, you were being very specific when you said, this is for Tiffany and I. This is my piece with her. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. And, I know, Robbie, I know, and now today it's totally different. I saw some of that chat. I can't believe that girl, Amy said she's, you're going to, every time you look at your certificate, you're going to have to remember what you did to her.
Yeah. Every time, first of all, I don't.
To her.
Yeah, because I asked her to, because Lokamai was my best woman. So I ran over to Amy. I was like, will you be my witness? And I heard her say, every time you look at your wedding license, you're going to have to think of what you did to me. Well, first of all, I don't stare at my wedding license, but even if I fucking did, you want me to see that I did something wrong, but I know I didn't. I mean, the worst that I did was not align with what you wanted me to. And if you want your friends to do that, that's not going to fucking happen. Doesn't matter if you pay them, donate to them, do whatever, and that's one of the main things I have a problem with, Lauren, is Amber brought it up. Well, we did this for him, or didn't you pay this? And I made this for him. And didn't you donate to him? Do you see me over here sitting, naming and listing off everything I've done for those bitches?
I've never seen you do that to anyone. So it's weird.
But that, you know what that showed?
Yes, that they've been keeping tabs on this friendship from the get-go, it sounds like.
Well, it kind of shows me that they believe if you kiss someone's ass or you pay them, you can pay your way through a friendship to control people. That's what that tells me.
And that's B to the A. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And then Axel. I heard Lycan saying, who is he talking about? I don't know if it was Granny or Tiffany or whoever on Kim's panel. He said it's all about money for them all the time, all about money. Always ask,
Tiffany.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It was about Tiffany. Yeah, right. Exactly. I was going to fall on the floor dying. Yes. Yep.
You literally have a booze fund nightly. Okay.
Oh no! What it was, Robbie? He said that she's always begging for donations because of her sick dog. And I thought, wait a minute, didn't your cat just need dental surgery or some shit? Like, get the fuck out of here! You're such a hypocrite.
Yeah.
What?
And I'm sure that they're gonna make this content a lot, but I don't care. Like the whole point of me making peace that they're like teasing me about now, like, oh, some peace he has. No, I'm gonna continue that. And if you want to continue talking shit, go ahead. But I'm not gonna go back and forth with you because the whole point of making peace is so I can be peaceful with whatever. So you're not going to sit there and like bait me into going back and forth with you just to be like, ho, 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 because this is a game to you. This is what you do all day. Instead of being a gamer, they play games with people. Well, fuck you. You can win. I don't care, but I'm still better than you.
For example, and the only example I can think of between you and I is me. So before you started talking to Lycan, I was telling you, like, venting to you as a friend, like, oh my God, he just did this, all this shit he was doing to me. And you and I being friends, you went over and befriended Lycan. Did I ever at any point, like, I actually tried to be friends with Lycan to make it smooth for you.
Yeah.
I was even in a Facebook group chat with him. I tried being on panels with him and civil with him because I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable because you actually did like him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, why can't they act like? Why can't they be adults like that? I guess is my question.
Well, again, it goes back to you're not thinking the way that I'm thinking. You don't align with my beliefs, so we have a problem. Well, that's not my issue. You know how many people that I like don't like each other or get along or whatever? I mean, a lot. So it's just you deal with it yourself. And if you can't, then I'm not the type of friend I'm not a ride or die. When people are like, I'll have your back no matter what. I think that's terrible when people say that. And people have said that to me. And I'm like, what if I'm being an asshole? And it's nice for people to say that, but it's bullshit. Because if I do something that offends you, you should say, I don't agree with this, and you should stand up for yourself. You don't have to be a follower to be somebody's friend. And I ain't no fucking follower. And to everybody, just to rub it in your faces that we're like, oh, Robbie's afraid or up their ass. Fuck you. No, I ain't. I stand on my own. And if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Period.
Afraid of who? You are? You're afraid of somebody?
I'm afraid of the dark. That's about fucking it. Oh, and tidal waves.
I'm afraid of the new Scream movie. Isn't there a new Scream coming out, by the way, P.S.?
Oh, it already came out.
It did. Okay, I haven't seen it yet. No, a new one, like this year, like 2023.
Oh,
there was?
It was, it was Scream 6 in New York City. It's on, you could stream it now. It's not
okay, cool. That's what he's scared of.
Do you have anything else to add?
No, not really. Just showing support, really. And I did have that question. I didn't know how the tides turned, from we accept you and we love you because we're your real friends and we're loyal. And then now it's turned into this.
Yeah. Very quick. I'm dropping your channel link.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not loyal.
Yeah. Last night was really fun, by the way.
Yeah, it was. If you guys want to check out, we did it. Me, Tiffany, and Lauren, and then other people ended up coming up over on Lauren's channel. You can check it out. Well,
you've been. I just want you to know that you're very hot on the clip channels this morning.
Well, I'm sure.
I'll say no more.
To say yesterday.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and drop and let you end your stream, because I mean, there's not too much more energy that you can give them. I mean, I saw the energy they were giving you and Tiffany this morning, and it was just, if anything, it was just I don't know, funny to watch, I guess. Funny to watch, if anything.
Yeah,
Thank you, London.
and you know,
I promise I'm not here for clout. I promise I'm not here for clout. I'm just
Lauren
here for
has been my
support.
friend for a long time, and
Yeah.
you know, we've recently made peace over this, but like just because I hide my emotions more and I'm not really a big crier doesn't mean that I'm not fucking hurt in this situation. And all I'm hearing is what you did to your friend. Well, I didn't do anything. Oh, well, you supported Tiffany. Was everybody not up on that panel, and was I not trying to support everybody? Locum, I even came up to try to help. You were there, and you don't even like Lycan, and you were trying to help.
Yeah.
So if
And
you
I will
see that as me just supporting one person, then you're a fucking idiot.
No, and what I will say that I did not hear you say is I support I guess the accusations that they've made against Tiffany, because I like the whole 3-year-old grandchild thing, showing a picture or whatever. I saw that picture, and that's the most ridiculous thing ever. But I never heard you say I'm excusing all of your feelings or Tiffany's behaviors. I'm just making peace with her. You know, I think I'm saying that right.
You are.
Because I don't know if Tiffany really did wrong to these people, but what I've seen, like she did this, and this, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. So
also, how many times did I say all these details? It's so much easier just to say, you know what, let's not measure who did worse. Like, we're both dicks, and that's it. It's so easy to do, but so many people are so stubborn. Like, no, I want people to know they did this. Well, then, I mean, clearly you don't want to resolve anything if you just want to keep putting more pressure on them. And yeah, I did see Beetlejuice 2. Jenna Ortega is going to be in it. That's awesome.
Ooh. Yeah, Samantha Bree, I'm telling you, please. I put the warning in the chat to Amber. Don't share anything with him, because he records screenshots, recordings, all that good stuff. But I don't even care about him. But yeah, my piece is over with him. It lasted like 4 minutes, so there's that. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop so you can finish your stream, darling.
Okay, well, I love you, and I'll talk to you later.
I love you too. All righty, bye.
Okay, guys. I need to go get my emissions on my new car and go live my life. And I am exhausted emotionally and physically and all sorts of stuff. So I'm gonna go take care of shit. And I hope you guys have a good day. It's a shame, you know, what happened, but you know what? It's not gonna bug me forever. I wish people the best. I think you're assholes, but hopefully, you know, whatever. Maybe in the future, I won't think you're assholes anymore. But right now I do. So you too, Andrea Mom. Wash your ass and don't share your ditties dings. Wash your ass and don't share your diddles, dangs, and things. Okay? Bye, Miranda. Yes, you guys have a good weekend too. And you know, it is very possible, and it's good to see you again, Brittany. I don't even remember why I didn't like you. It's probably stupid stuff. It's been a long time. But just fucking like, again, before I go, I want to make a clear message again, because I made this clear on Natasha's panel last night. I said, just so you know, I'm not here because she was talking about Kim and them before, and Dorothy before. I said, I like those people, so I'm here just to talk about my stuff. That doesn't have to do with them. So I'm not here to bash anybody that Natasha doesn't like. So Kim, it's disappointing that you, again, could not message me privately. Same with you, Brutally Honest, and Michelle K, and anybody else talking shit right now that has not messaged me first to speak to me and has just done it publicly. That's disappointing. Well, when you show me communication skills like that, it makes it way easier just to discredit you and be like, oh, well, they're not very logical. Okay. Last time you were here, I accused you of being AJ. Well, I mean, I make assumptions all the time. Okay. So I'm sorry. Just like I made an assumption that it was Lycan that did that, and then I cleared it up. You're late, but you want peace. That should be a supported thing. Exactly. Anyways, guys, I gotta go urinate and shower and shit. Not physically shit, but in other shit. So goodbye.
No chance. No